Hey,
Okay.
we're
All
live.
right. Hey, we're
Welcome.
live. So yesterday, I think we as a team had a moment of a wobble, a moment of doubt that the
Mhm.
path that we're on is going to bear the fruit that we expected. Right? There's a
Yeah.
kind of there's a Plukas has had a moment of realization that or frustration that he shared that we are basically potentially not going to see the these seeds provide the kind of functionality, I guess, or to work within the constraint or the format that we expected. Can you tell me like what you saw in Plukas yesterday? What was it about Plukas that resonated for you yesterday?
Mm, so this is a question. Let me just check the audio. Is
Yeah.
there echo?
No.
No. Okay. So that is like we do have a hypothesis, and someone can ask, "Hey, is this hypothesis actually like? Do we believe in this hypothesis?" And there was a few times that I got someone on my stream and say, "Hey, why did you use seeds instead of just cloning the Git repo? Couldn't I ask my agent to do the change I want by cloning the repo and doing the change for me?" Like that's it. And then when I got this question, I was like, yeah, you could. Like you could. What would stop you from doing that, right? So why using seeds? And that's a valid question. When I'm when we were working on the previous project, and I am using AI to code everything for me, right? I'm not reading the code anymore. So if I'm not reading the code anymore, if I'm not writing the code, how do I guarantee that the code is doing the thing it is supposed to do? In the way I like the solution I came up with is what matters is the list of user features that my software needs to solve and how to verify those features are doing what they're supposed to do. If I have this, then I can rebuild the software and verify it's working. So that the code is not important anymore. What I care about is this list, this spec, this prompt, this seed. So as long as I have this seed, I can rebuild my software. And if I have this trust that I can rebuild the software whenever I want, I have the trust that I can add a feature whenever I want and this feature will work. But in the old world, if I am working like 1 month, 2 months, 3 months in the same project, only using AI to develop the thing for me, I don't have the trust that when I ask the AI to implement a new feature for me, that this will not break the rest of the code, or that it will mess around other parts of the code that are important but are not as explicit uh, as the user feature request, because it's inside the code. Um, so that's why I believe we need to have this to solve this issue, that is the open seed manifesto, the spec for the seed, and how to nail this, creating seeds, verifying that each of these features are working. And there will be a day where the models are better and faster, that we will be able to change the requirements in the feature and see the software updated live. But we are not there yet. But we're working with a worse version of the model, believing in that feature, right? So when that feature happens, we are prepared. The An experiment that I did was for building YouTube thumbnails using this. Hey, I want the thumbnail to look like this. 30 seconds later, I have 3 versions of the thumbnail. Hey, I like this one. Do it again for me with this other feature. 30 seconds later, I have 3 versions that I can pick which one I like. After 20 iterations, I have the one I really enjoy. This is using a model that generates images, that brings to life what I'm asking there. There will be a moment where we are going to describe this software, and 30 seconds later, we have the software running where I can test and see and say, that's what I want, that's not what I want. And here's the recipe that generates that software for me. Just like today, I do have the recipe that generates images with that style that I like, because I picked, and that is my seed for that image. I'll have the seed for the software. And we are,
But it took number of time, an amount of time and resources to develop that seed. So kind of like embedded in that seed is the value of all of your time and expertise.
all the decisions that I decide,
Made,
all the
tracked.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that makes it more customized to you, and so less of a kind of like, to your point about duplicate or kind of cloning a GitHub repo and then going through the process of modifying it. You're just building it, because eventually that's going to be even faster than modification. Yeah.
Yeah. So the issue, if I have a code base that I'm cloning from someone else and I want to run that, not necessarily I do have all the lists, or like the features, the list of features that that software is supposed to do.
Yep.
Instead of having this, I have the artifact that is the
Yep.
source code.
Yep.
That is the, at that moment in time, the representation of that that software. And from that, I can extract the functionalities. So
Yep.
when Mary built the almanac, the
Yep.
software, and
Yep.
it was working, I
Yep.
had this software, and I wanted to build a seed from that. So what was the process that I did? Before customizing, I was asking, hey Claude, can you read the source code and extract all the user needs that this software is solving? And then from the list of user needs, I was able to build the seed and like ask the AI to hydrate that seed for me like 5 times. After 5 times doing the same thing and building the same software, I can say, hey, this is a good seed. It's always outputting the same thing. But today, that's hard. It's hard for you to do this. Almanac was a simple project. When we're working with complex projects, how do you how do you do that?
Yeah.
Right? And that's what we're trying to solve. Like how we can always, or what is the secret for us to be able to convert this artifact, this software, or like a YouTube video about someone talking about their project or uh, their workflow, and converting this into a seed that someone else can install. That's not an
Right.
easy challenge, and when we try and we don't succeed, we would have doubt. Hey, is this actually the right thing to look for? And there's another thing.
Okay,
The
quickly.
person who sells like this idea, or like, hey, this is where we're going. That's like Sam, right?
Yeah.
Especially when Sam is out, is where we are most susceptible to not
Susceptible.
remembering. Susceptible, yeah.
Say that again. So when Sam is out, tell me that. So
Yeah, so if Sam is the person responsible, or that was able to sell this idea and convince everyone that this is a good idea, and he's out, then we are we are susceptible to forgetting what is the why, forgetting the why.
okay. Do you believe that seeds are the do you feel that seeds are intrinsically valuable, and do you believe that they are something that we should be putting this much time and resource against right now?
Yeah,
Okay.
if we have, yeah.
Can you say that to me in a way, in your own words?
I believe seeds are valuable by itself, by themselves. This concept, solving this challenge of asking your AI agent to follow this recipe, and always having a working software at the other end, and being able to build on top of that while being able to verify that every step is working, has a lot of value. And that's how I want to develop software in the future.
Do you believe this is the software of the future?
I believe that's how we're going to develop software in the future.
Okay, I have a strong statement from you. I'm going to go and get an opposingly strong statement from Lucas.
Nice.
And then a middle statement from Mary. Okay, awesome. Thank you.
All right.
Cool. All right, I will do a quick summary of the yield, and probably run it by. I'll probably tag you guys in it, but I just need to confirm that what I'm saying is correct.
All right.
Okay, talk soon. Thanks.